I've come here to the iconic Times Square looking at my own billboard, and I'm delighted to announce the launch of my new book, The Branding Boardroom. Advertising right here next to the world's biggest brands, which is quite a surreal moment. As some of you might already know, I hosted for a couple of years a podcast called The Branding Boardroom, where we invited global thought leaders in the branding industry and interviewed them about brand strategy specifically, and also various other aspects of branding. And basically this podcast turned out to be much more successful than originally planned out. I used to do it together with a company called Top Brand Union, where I served as a global partner. And together with the company, we ended up making a good deal with China News, which is the second largest news agency in China. And we aired it nationally in China and got over 1 million views in total within a very short period of time, for which I'm very thankful for in terms of the help that they provided. After we decided that we're not going to continue with the show for various reasons, there were a lot of amazing insights that their guests shared, and it was worth it to sort of put them together and share them. That's how a very, very special project came about, which is a book based on the podcast called The Branding Boardroom. Now in the book, you can read extended transcripts with a lot of explanations, footnotes of my interviews with 5 leading experts. I'm very grateful for the time that they gave me to come to the show and gracefully share all of their experience and their top tips and best insights and advice for anybody who's interested in improving their brand. So many thanks to the guests, Martin Roll, who's an entrepreneur in residence at INSEAD and also advisor to a lot of high-end companies, Fortune 100s, also senior advisor to McKinsey. Sophie Bowman, who has worked with some of the world's most famous celebrities in Hollywood here in the States. Dennis Yu, who's a very experienced senior executive who has a lot of experience at large companies such as Yahoo, and he has also worked with global brands including Nike. He has managed marketing campaigns worth over $1 billion. So he has a lot of practical insights. Professor Oliver Errichiello, who is based in Germany, and he has a very, very deep knowledge and understanding of the European approach to branding. He is one of the pioneers in an area known as brand sociology. And last but not least, Dr. Francesca Hanstein, who started out as a consumer behavior specialist. She's a great expert on Chinese consumer behavior in particular, but now she has branched out and she works more broadly in market research of various kinds. So anyone who's interested in learning more from the best in the branding business should check out the book. It's going to be released for free in electronic version as a PDF on www.thebrandingboardroom.com. And I'll say it again, www.thebrandingboardroom.com. You can watch the full video interviews on the same website as well, and also on our YouTube channel or your favorite podcast platform. And for those of you that prefer paperback editions, we're also releasing the book globally on Amazon and other platforms where you can order the paperback edition. If you do that, the profit will be donated for charity. This book is not for profit. It's meant to be a tool that I want to share with as many people as possible and spread the top tips and insights that I had the opportunity to learn myself from global experts with as many people as I can. Let me tell you a little bit about what you can find in the book. So first of all, of course, we discuss and emphasize throughout the whole book the strategic importance of branding, and namely the fact that if you want to build a strong brand, you have to discuss it and to make important decisions in the boardroom, and they have to trickle down throughout the whole company to all of the departments, and then also impact the way that you create and market your product as well and provide customer service. Now, we also discuss a lot of other aspects of branding that are absolutely essential in today's business world. So we discuss the rise of sustainability and the fact that branding has become much more purposeful these days. So it's no longer enough for you just to be high quality or just to have celebrities that are advertising your brand. There has to be a purpose behind your product and what you're doing. We also discuss different ways to adapt your brand to local markets. So there's an interplay between globalization and localization, which has been captured by the interesting word glocalization by some scholars. We also discuss the rise of authenticity. What does it mean and why is it so important in today's world, especially with the social media-based economy, where you want to have a unique voice that resonates with consumers so that they can trust you. And of course, speaking about trust, it's also very, very important that you build trust and that your brand is reliable for consumers, because that's the way to make it sustainable and to make it last throughout the years, and to make sure that your company really builds a strong legacy. And another very important discussion that's covered in the book is the use of data when it comes to marketing and branding, as well as its limits, because data can tell you some things and can help you identify big trends, but it is not everything. And hyper-personalization is something that's not only achieved through big data analysis, but also through a deep understanding of how your consumers behave and why they behave in a certain way. So you need to understand the reasoning and the logic behind consumer behavior. And throughout all of these discussions in the book, you'll also read a lot of the practical insights that relate to various case studies, drawing on the experience of the excellent guests that I got to interview. So you can find a lot of very, very insightful points, and hopefully they can help you to understand how to build a stronger brand for your business, for yourself, for your product, or for the organization that you're in charge of managing. So that's all I wanted to share with you today. Stay tuned if you want to learn more about our book, The Branding Boardroom, and I'll talk to you soon.